Hi, my name's Tony Chambliss, and I was a member of the class of 1998, Kennesaco High School. That's the old high school that's now middle school. And I wanted to take a couple minutes to pay tribute or honor Bob Fehringer, who was my English teacher for 3 of my 4 years in high school, and my drama coach, and a pretty big influence in my life as a teenager. And maybe after that too. So my my story starts in English class. We were reading Inherit the Wind as a play about the Scopes monkey trial, and I was always a pretty reserved kid. Shy, didn't talk much in class. Just reserved. And it happened that the year before, my freshman year in high school, my dad passed away, and even more so, I kind of, I was even more reserved than I was previously, and I was already pretty reserved. I don't know what it was about that day. We were reading the book, and we were kind of acting it out because it's a play, but not really. You're just sitting in your seats reading, and it's usually a chore to get kids to read out loud, but for whatever reason, I don't know if I was bored or tired or just wanted to amuse myself, but I decided that I was going to own the role that I was given. I was Reverend Brown. I think that was his name anyway. He was the reverend of the town, and and he was like a Bible thumping kind of guy, and I decided to kind of play it up. So I gave him a big booming Southern drawl, and thumping on the Bible and talking to my people and all that stuff. And I don't know, the kids laughed, and that's probably what I was going for. But afterwards, Mr. Fehringer came up to me, after class, and he was like, "Hey, Tony, that was really good. Have you ever thought about going out for drama? We got a play coming up in a little bit, and I'm always looking for people, especially guys, because guys never seem to go out for drama club." And I never really had thought about it. I've never thought of myself as a performer, as an actor, certainly not a singer. And I don't know. I thought about it, and I don't know if I was really interested or not. And I thought about it for a couple days, and I said, "Hey, you know what? I don't know if I'm really up for being on stage. That's not really what something I think I'd be comfortable with." But I was always interested in carpentry and that kind of stuff, putting stuff together. So if you need help building sets or running the lights or something, then yeah, I think I can help out with that. And so he said, okay, and I went out, some Saturday, the first Saturday, the first day I was there, he had me and this kid Oliver, put up it had to be a 30-foot tall, probably 50-foot wide chain link fence that we had to suspend from the rafters on stage. We had to climb up in this old scaffolding that was probably like a holdover from like World War II or something. No way, like if the school board knew about this, no way kids are getting up on that thing. But you know what, it was a lot of fun. It was hard, but it was a lot of fun, and I showed up the next Saturday. And he showed me how to do lights and the difference and gels and all this stuff, and it was just a lot of fun. And while we were practicing for the light check, like the day or two before the performance. Oh, this was for Godspell in 1996, by the way. So we're doing the final light check, because this light board that we had was always giving us trouble, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, you know what, Mr. Fehringer, thank you for asking me to come out for this, because I didn't really, it's not something I ever really considered, and I'm kind of a, he knew I was a quiet kid." And he's like, "You know what, Tony, I love that you came out, and I'm really appreciative for helping me out with all the behind the scenes stuff, but you should try to be on stage, because I think that you would have an aptitude for it. You've got a good voice, when you use it, and there aren't a lot of guys that go out on stage, so it might be good for you. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I had some time to kill before the next play was going to be even started. So when it was time for the next play, I think it was The Miracle Worker. I could be wrong on that. I went out for it, and I got a part. It wasn't a musical, thank God, because I can't sing. But I got to be. Oh God, I'm gonna get the names wrong. I think Annie Sullivan was the teacher. I was her teacher. And I was only on stage for like a scene or two, but there was a decent dialogue between me and oh God, I can't remember who it was. If it was Lauren or Hannah, I think it was Lauren. But she was Annie Sullivan, and so God, is that the right name? Forgive me, I'm old. And so anyway, so I was on stage for, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. But it was a decent, it was a decent amount of speaking lines for a guy that's never been on stage before. And I think from that point on, I was pretty much hooked. I loved the behind the scenes stuff. I loved the being on stage stuff. And honestly, I really just liked being part of a group. And a lot of kids need that. And I certainly did. So after that, I don't remember the order of the plays, but we did Fiddler on the Roof, we did Cabaret, we did Jesus Christ Superstar, and I was in all of them. I was never, I never had a major role, and that was fine. I didn't need one, but it was really a lot of fun just being part of a group of people I knew but didn't really interact with during school. During regular classes, but we had so much fun. I really have to thank Mr. Fehringer a great deal, because I would never have gone out for that on my own. I never would have thought about it, to be honest with you. But he encouraged me. He was very supportive. He always made me laugh, and I tried to make him laugh too. And I got him a couple times, but. I heard that he was retiring. He and Mr. Milne and a lot of other teachers actually that I went to school with, but him most of all. And I'm so glad that Hillary and Chad and all the other people that are coming out for this tribute on Sunday for his last show. I'm really glad that they put that together. I was all on board as soon as I heard about it. Because that's a guy that he needs to be recognized, because good teachers are really hard to find, and we're losing a good one. But anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Fehringer. It meant the world to me.